Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Nola. And Nola hasn't written in almost 2 years, about a year and a half. And her last story was The Narcissist Hates What You Represent. And Nola is a black woman raised by what we've been talking a lot on this channel about, that urban queen bee, the hood bee, who had them running the streets, beating her, turning her sisters against each other, fighting. So we've been talking a lot about that lately, more and more. So here's Nola's story. Hi Ollie, it's your girl Nola again. I know it's been a while, but what can I say? Life happened. LOL. Anyway, I promised to send you a follow-up letter to catch up where we left off on our last journey. I hope this will give the community some additional knowledge on the types of things these broken, fractured people do to the truth seekers like us. After all, we were never victims. We were their targets. Ha, I learned something new. So let me tell you what happened after that whole Facebook travesty that I experienced after my narcissistic mother's birthday party. I started receiving all these accusing text message from the Flying Monkey crew. Now remember, Nola's mother is like just this awful, violent queen bee that had her sisters basically running the streets, fighting other families, still fighting the sisters, still turning on Nola, all the pleas, this queen bee. Excuse me. Golden Child Twin was the ringleader. She went all the way in and started attacking my husband, my children, Jesus, anything she knew meant something to me. Why do they do that? Like we are such bad creatures. Wouldn't it make sense just to leave us alone? But they just can't seem to do that, can they? Because they're hitting all the things you care about, trying to spark that reaction, trying to get you to engage them. That's what they're trying to do. So Twin tells me how narcissistic mother didn't owe me an apology, but she owed one to surrogate mom for helping nephew steal $5,000 from her. Narcissistic mother coached him on how to use the money he profited from ordering Jordans on surrogate's credit card to sell to thugs and to use the money to purchase a one-way ticket back to New Orleans to live with narcissistic mother. So here we go. The queen bee, who is a senior at this point, has got the nephew to steal $5,000 to purchase some fucking Jordans to sell in the hood, that these guys are jumping each other, stealing off each other's feet, just continuing to perpetuate the problems in the black community. Stealing from each other, prioritizing some fucking Air Jordan tennis shoes for them to fight over, to sell in the hood, that they're now going to go attack each other. These young black men are going to attack each other for. Women too, if you're seeing any of the videos that are going on, stealing each other's shoes off their feet, just perpetuating horrible stereotypes. All why? So the nephew can go back and serve at the queen bee's throne. Unbelievable. He moved back here and ran away from her shortly after. They haven't heard from him since. Twin said that I didn't need an apology because she remembers being beat behind lies, molested, and having her mother stolen by narcissistic mother. But she supports her because she is her mother, and I should feel like shit for not doing the same. So this fucking queen bee okay, gets to sit on her throne, ruining not only her children's lives, her children's children's lives, anybody's life to what? To support them. And what does she do it with? She does it with every racist stereotype, every stereotype that's used against black people. Here, steal $5,000, buy some fucking Air Jordan shoes, okay, and then go sell them to the thugs and homeboys for them to go fucking fight over in the streets. Just horrendous. Just horrendous. She told me that I hate narcissistic mother no matter what I say. Who does that? Narcs do, but I thought we had such a good life. Then she hit me with the low blow of, if I die, don't come to my funeral. Thanks, letting you off easy. Thanks. Okay, cool. Wasn't going to anyway. Right? Like, why would you anyway? She don't have to worry about that. Had no plans of attending anyway. Thank you. These people are just cold and callous. No empathy at all. It's beyond cold and callous. They are destroying their own people. They are destroying communities. They are destroying cities with their dysfunction, with this dysfunction of the black queen, of the black queen bee in these cities. They just go and they destroy their families. They destroy their communities. And then they sit there on their throne like they're owed something or they're somehow been aggrieved in some way. They destroy their daughters. They destroy their sons. They destroy their families. For what? For themselves. It's beyond not having empathy. It's beyond just being cold and callous. It's just evil. At some point, you just got to call it for what it is. It's evil. You see these young kids getting killed, dying, fighting in the streets, ruining their lives over some fucking Air Jordans. And what does she do? She goes and she perpetuates the whole fucking thing. No different than that drug dealer who is selling crack and selling hard drugs to their own communities. Same deal. I responded with all the dirt that narcissistic mother had done to me and never apologized for it, even acknowledges. You shouldn't even be fighting with these women at this point. You shouldn't even be fighting with these support bees. The honeybee. The worker bee. Why are you fucking with the queen bees, worker bees? Don't. I told her that she does not get to determine how fast I heal. Who does she think she is? Then she started with the whole rewriting of history, as they always do. Here you go down the river of gaslighting. This is why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what proof you have. It doesn't matter what your argument is. They're going to fucking take you down the river of gaslighting regardless. She started naming events she was never present for and giving herself credit for events in my life that had nothing to do with her. She claimed that they rescued me so many times. Huh? Like any of us who have ever been truly scapegoated know, they would never rescue us in our time of need. They are actually intoxicated by our pain. So very strange and demonic. I'm glad you... Yes, demonic. Thank you. Evil. That's what you're dealing with here. You're dealing with evil. Evil that destroys their families, that destroys their communities, that destroys everything around them for their own gain, for their own... And it's nothing what they're gaining. They're gaining nothing. Where's this throne that they sit on? Oh, it's usually in the middle of the hood. I swear she was having an orgasm while she was sending me such hateful text messages. Scum of the earth. Yeah, she needed to get her supply, which is why she should have been on block. After block, done. Block, done. Why let the demon flick her fucking bean over Facebook, okay, to have her fucking supply orgasm at your expense? That's all that is. That's all that is. The narcissistic demon getting their supply orgasm at your expense. Block the bitch. Problem with Facebook and social media is they know you've read it. They can see when you've read it. You read one and you block it. Fuck you, ho. Fuck you, demon. Fuck you, savage. Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't get to do this to me. Years go by and I haven't had any involvement with them. No correspondence and no communication from me at all. Then I checked my phone settings one day and I noticed I had 36 blocked text messages from them. 36, Ollie. Several from my golden child baby sister who said she feels like I raped her when I talk about the abuse narcissistic mother gave me. Why would you be hounding someone if they made you feel so bad? I know I wouldn't, Ollie. These people were wishing me a happy birthday. These people were wishing me a happy birthday, wishing my children a happy birthday, telling me Happy New Year. I just want you to know I love you. I know you blocked me, but I don't care. The same people who inflicted all this pain. Help me understand this logic, Ollie. You know what they got from me? Nothing. No response, period. I don't want them knowing anything about my life. Listen, they're never going to let you go. They hate what you represent. No, and I said that to you in your last video. They hate everything you represent. So they're never going to stop trying to destroy you. Never. Never. Because they're hoping for the day you look and see you have 36 blocked messages. They're hoping to break you. They're constantly throwing their seeds of deception, their hooks out there for something to work to hoover you back in. Why? So they can flick that demonic fucking bean of theirs and have their fucking supply orgasm at your expense. It's easier than confronting that fucking queen bee on her throne. Why? Because the worker bees are fucking cowards. They serve her. So out of the blue, narcissistic mother reaches out to my husband, whom she can't stand, but is the only one who didn't have her blocked. There wasn't a need to, because she never talked to him and he already knows she don't like him. He asked me if I wanted him to respond to her voicemail, and I was like, do whatever you want. Nah, you should have been like, no, fuck her. Fuck her. And they had his access to him all this time, and they never used it. I don't have a desire to control a grown person, and he knows how she manipulates. But since he is a pastor, he wanted to do the right thing. I was fine with that, but listen to what she called for. She wanted to let him know she was moving to D.C. and leaving New Orleans for good. Why? Her rent done went up. She had to resign from her job as a driver. She gets food stamps for my nephew, who she conned the system to get custody of, for her selfish purposes and continued income. But that is not enough. Like, does it ever end? Does it ever fucking end with these people? He's scared to death to live in New Orleans because he was at the pool in the apartment complex and heard gunshots on the 4th of July. So now she got to move in with baby sister. Who says payback doesn't find them? Not sure why she felt the need to tell him all that, because it wasn't like she was getting any support from my family. That wasn't happening. That's why you were getting the calls, Nola. That's why, because understand, the queen bee, your mother, was looking for somewhere to live. And all the worker bees, flying monkeys, okay, were trying to put the target where it always has been, back on you. Go live with Nola. Let me go guilt Nola into taking custody of this fucking demonic savage bitch, okay? This demonic savage bitch who had us fighting in the streets. Fighting in the streets as children, other families, like fucking animals. This is what she did for her own pleasure. Just for no other reason than her own pleasure. That's why, Nola. That's why. Running low on supply again. All these parties and no plans for the future. Nobody recognizing the overwhelming need of therapy for her and her toxic family. They're all sick. And I felt like as long as they were attacking me, their situation might not be so bad after all. Sad. No, they're attacking you because their situation is bad. That's why they're attacking you. They need their scapegoat back. Twin has 15 family portraits with all different men, and none of them married her, just so she could fake the image of having a family. This is the same one who said boys brought her things. I shudder when I see how deep in delusion she really is. Histrionic heifer. I spelled that wrong on purpose, LOL. That's what she is. The histrionic heifers. And that's what you got running around. That's what the narcissistic queen bee produces out of her daughters. Histrionic heifers running the street, popping out children for the queen bee to then use and manipulate to steal $5,000 to go fucking sell some Jordans back in the fucking hood that are going to be used to just for all types of goddamn debauchery and bullshit. I recently checked my phone and had another blocked message from Golden Twin. She texted me, I want to apologize to you and ask for forgiveness for hurting you with my words. I can be harsh with time, but my love for you never wanes. Please know that. Okay, who does she think she's fooling? Empty plastic words. They harm us specifically and fake apologize in general. I'm onto those clowns now, and I know what I'm dealing with. And you were right. She just became a grandma by her daughter, and that you said would get knocked up. Go figure. I hate being right, but like, this is what happens. This is the cycle of abuse that goes on in the black community. And what's the source? The source is always that queen bee and great turn and her histrionic heifers wreaking havoc in the black community. Another daughter knocked up early out of wedlock. It just continues on and on and on again, over and over and over again. So now they are all over social media because she supposedly got her doctorate in something or another. I wonder if she has a concentration in abuse. Anyway, more supply for them for the time being, but I have no interest in responding or connecting. I'm done with their games. It's so strange to me that me and my lost child sister ran away from home together when we were toddlers, and we were only two and we were the only two who have ran away from our dysfunctional connection to them in our adult lives as well. No contact, 3 years and counting. Your girl, Nola. Nothing ever changed. Listen, nothing changes. Nothing's gonna change with the narcissistic queen bee and her histrionic Heffers. Nothing changes. Nothing's gonna change. And all they're trying to do here is guilt you into taking the queen. All the Heffers are trying to do is guilt you into taking the queen bee. That queen bee is going to try to squeeze her way in somehow. Okay? Because she's riding her golden ticket, using the nephew, food stamps. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much, Nola, for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to have a private video made, or you'd just like to make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you guys. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. You can also follow me on the library app, which links are also in the description box. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.